What's going on, guys? Marcus here with the Reformation Woodshop, and I'm talking quietly because I don't want my wife to hear or your wife to hear that it's time to spend some money. It's that time of the month where the checks have come in and it's time to go spend them at Harbor Freight. I'm back looking for 5 more useful things that you can use from Harbor Freight as a woodworker. The tools that I showcase in this video are things that will improve your daily life, they'll make you more efficient, and just improve overall morale around the shop. This is the magnetic parts holder. I had the 4-inch, today I bought the 6-inch because more is better, right? The 4-inch is $329 and the 6-inch is $419. Tidiness on your workbench is of utmost importance. And having a bowl like this with your screws in it, and also having the ability to keep everything tidy and in one place, that is the definition of efficiency. Before we got these parts holders, we just tossed screws all out on the table, which led to tons of screws on the floor. So having all of your screws in one place right here is amazing. Item number 2 is extremely useful, and it's this Bauer Dust Separator kit. This separator is designed to work with most wet and dry vacuum hoses. That would be 1 1/4, 1 7/8, or 2 1/2, meaning there shouldn't be barrier to entry for anyone. Obviously, Harbor Freight is usually the budget-friendly item, and with this dust separator, there's no difference. At $39.99, you can compare it to the Oneida system, which is $80, and the Dust Deputy 2.5 Cyclone, which is $135. This nifty attachment claims to separate 99% of dust and debris before it even reaches your vacuum. And I can tell you firsthand, it's helped me out a ton in the cabinet shop. I empty out this bucket about once every week, and when I go to check the Pro Pack, there's almost nothing in there. The whole goal of this separator is to add years to your vacuum, and it definitely does that. Item number 3. Oh man, I missed the opportunity to make this item number 2. I have never in my life seen these Harbor Freight branded Sharpies until yesterday when I saw them on the shelf and I grabbed several packs of them immediately. I cannot for the life of me keep enough of these around the shop. When it comes to woodworking, we label everything in Sharpie, that way it's easily visible. When we build and stack face frames for cabinets, we put the length, the room, the house, and any other necessary details on the top of the face frame. The reason that these guys are so important for woodworkers is because they're not just standard Sharpies, they're clog-resistant job site markers. They can run on wood, OSB, cinder block, concrete, drywall, whatever you possibly can think of, they're perfect for you. And if you happen to be a klutz, they have this weird shape and design and an anti-roll ridge. That way, they don't roll off your table. And I know to some people Sharpies are not truly a woodworking tool, but this is my video, and I can do whatever I want. A little disclaimer before we get into item number 4. I was actually a little peeved at the price tag on this guy because I thought, it's Harbor Freight, it should be like 20, 30 bucks, but when I busted it out of the box, the price tag was definitely worth it. This is the Bauer 24-inch miter gauge. If you're familiar with table saws in any way, you know exactly what this guy is for. You set it in your T-slot on your table saw, and it helps you to make efficient, safe cross cuts. On top of that, you can just do a wide variety of crazy angled cuts that you wouldn't be able to get any other way. The all-steel build gives this miter gauge a heft that inspires confidence. It's not just a pretty face, it is built to last. It's got an adjustable flip stop, which makes it ideal for making accurate repeat cuts, and this feature helps eliminate gaps when crafting boxes and frames and stuff like that. And it fits all saws with the standard T-style 3/4 inch by 3/8 inch miter slots, making it a versatile addition to most everyone's shop. It has a little bevel gauge there, that way you can unscrew this, pull this back, and set whatever angle you need. So you can get exact cuts every single time. The only thing I really would like to complain about is that this is kind of a rigid mechanism here. But like most things, it's got a reason. It's pretty stiff, but there is absolutely zero wobble in this at all. It moves quickly up and down the rail. If you lock it in, no horizontal play at all. Like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of the price tag being $49.99, but it is still $100 cheaper than the Craig miter gauge, which I actually happen to have. As you can see, the Craig system is a little bit bigger and a little bit fancier, so there are pros and cons to both, but at 59 bucks, I definitely choose this guy if you're on a budget. All right, item number 5, I think is gonna be a controversial one because I've featured this specific kind of tool in the videos in this series before, and that is router bits. I don't want to give an overarching validation to every router bit that they have because You just can't trust every cutting tool that exists on the planet. But in this video, I will validate the 1/8 inch round over beading router bit. And because this video is about efficiency and effectiveness in the workshop, I'm gonna explain to you exactly why I bought it and what I'm gonna use it for. I just recently got this Cobalt battery powered router, and I am going to, at all times, leave this router bit in it. Every single project that you work on, you take your sander and you round over and deburr the edges really nice and neat and easy. Well, if you have a dedicated router that has an 1/8 inch round over, you can take it to them every single time, whip those edges down with the most consistent profile you could ever get, and a sander could just never come close. It is made to round over and have a nice decorative edge profile. I did this recently on a 9-foot piece of butcher block that if I was to be sanding it, it would have taken hours, and it's the most consistent countertop that I've ever done. I have tons of products that I sell that always need a rounded over edge, and having a dedicated router setup with this bit makes the assembly line move way faster. This bit and the last bit that I got from Harbor Freight, both are top-notch quality and worked out really, really well for me. And I would definitely recommend it because they're only $10. And just so you know, it's not a one-trick pony. All I have to do is take this, adjust it a little bit lower. It cuts the round over into the edge, and it cuts a nice flat gouge into it as well. I don't know if I'm breaking the rules here by featuring a router bit again when I featured a router bit in the past, so let me know in the comment section if you feel like I broke the rules. I'm sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Every single bit of revenue that this channel makes goes to feed starving children, aka my starving children who never allow the refrigerator to stay full. If you have any recommendations for tools that I need to review from Harbor Freight, leave them in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you watched this video and thought to yourself, man, that was so good, how can I give this guy money to repay him? Then you're in luck. I have a lot of stuff listed on my Etsy store that you can buy to support the channel, so head on over to reformationwoodshop.etsy.com to grab something.